Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Whiskey Reviews program of YouTube. My name is Thomas Meadow 75, and this is your Massachusetts Whiskey Reviews. And here's an interesting brand that has finally come into at least my neck of the woods in southeastern Massachusetts. Hopefully, it's going in distribution throughout New England finally, from Memphis, Tennessee, home of once, I don't know if they're ever going to do it again, the Beale Street Music Festival that I traveled to in 2023 with Shane Fudge, the Drunken One Dio, and Elbow 88, and Flacco's Beer Reviews. Matt Fudge, Shane Fudge, Green Man's son. He was there too. And I did try some of this a year ago. I do not remember or recall much of it, but here's the brand from the Blue Note brand of whiskey, of bourbons and ryes. Here comes their Blue Note Crossroads, straight bourbon whiskey, finished with toasted French oak. Hell yeah. It's got all of the etching. Well, all of this is embossed right onto the bottle. There's your blues man with the guitar. Sitting on the Crossroads. Cool looking bottle. It's got a tag on it. 3-peat equals platinum. 2022, 2023, 2024. Double gold San Francisco World Spirits Competition. All right. What do I know about this? This comes from the BR Distilling Company. And they say on the bottle, this unique expression combines the unmistakable boldness of Blue Note bourbon with the sophistication of the finest toasted French oak curated from an artisan cooperage in Centre Vale de Loire. Taste in every sip of the unforgettable intersection of notes that embody the inherent spirit of the blues. The sound and the movement of the blues were meant to break the rules. This is Blue Note Crossroads. Yada, yada, yada. I think generally speaking, this was either MGP juice or it became Green River's juice or distillate that they sourced from. However, this bottling says produced. Doesn't say distilled, but it says produced and bottled by MR Distilling Company, Memphis, Tennessee. So if any of you fine people know, is Blue Note and the BR Distilling Company actually distilling this juice, this whiskey? Let us know in the comment section below. And it's kosher. Wow. $44.99 I acquired this for. And so that was a pretty good deal for 100 proof and for a finished bourbon. Yeah, did I mention that? 100 proof. And it's a straight bourbon whiskey, so we can only assume minimally 4 years because they don't mention any other aging notes on the bottle. All right, let's do a fresh crack. Just bought this. Let's see. Can I get the rest of this fine labeling off the whiskey? There we go. All right, let's do a crack, shall we? Ooh, nice. Synthetic cork with a wooden topper. Cool stuff. All right, let's pour a little bit in the glass, shall we? So once again, if you haven't been to this program of YouTube for our spirit type reviews, we're going to do the 100-point rating scale. 6 categories. Looks and aesthetics and value get up to 10 points. Aroma, taste, mouthfeel, and finish get up to 20 points. To round out your 100-point rating scale. All right, so let's assess the looks and aesthetics of the whiskey and I guess the bottle. It's a light-colored whiskey for sure. It's got a copper color to it. Lots of pearls around the glass. I'm not even at 100 proof. Am I noticing a lot of legs yet? Guess there are some slowly forming there, yeah. I would expect some legs at 100 proof, 50% ABV. Yeah, there are some that are slowly forming. All right. Not bad. The bottle doesn't tell you a bunch other than crafted in Memphis, 100 proof. Straight bourbon whiskey, finished with toasted French oak. And it says where the cooperage is, where they're getting this oak or something like that. It's pretty cool. It's a nice looking bottle. It's a nice presentation. Do another 7 out of 10. I seem to do that a lot on this looks and aesthetics. Aromas. Ooh. Getting a cherry note immediately. Cherry, vanilla, Coke. Coke? Maybe. Cherry, vanilla, definitely. A lot of vanilla, I'm assuming from the French oak. So far, cherry and vanilla. I am getting some ethanol. Not dried fruit. There's a citrus component to this. Baking dough, bread. Only 4% malted barley. Cinnamon. Cinnamon sugar? No. Just cinnamon baking spice. Cherry. Dough. Vanilla. Cherry pie-ish, in a way. We'll come back to the aroma numbers. I'm a little confused what to give that out of 20. Interesting. There's definitely a fruit component here. Raspberry? Cherry raspberry? Yeah. Cool. Let's give it a taste, and then we'll come back to the rating for aroma. Cheers, everybody. Blue Note Crossroads from Memphis. Ooh. Cinnamon, vanilla, baking spice. I am getting a faint hint of the raspberry or some kind of more tart fruit. Definitely getting a cooked, sugary note to this. I'm getting the dough bread note to it. Let me get a little bit of water here. But yeah, there's a dough bread, raspberry, cherry. Not super medicinal cherry, no. A dry, woody tannin at the end. A little red wine tannic, something or other. But maybe that's the dark fruit talking. Those raspberries and those cherries. There's definitely a pie, flaky pie crust thing going on in that. And the cooked sugary thing on the top of the pie, maybe. Interesting. A lot of vanillas and caramels and pie crust and pie filling and tart cherries or raspberry notes. That's kind of cool. That's a solid 17 out of 20 on the taste. It's a 16 on the appearance. It's nothing to really write home about, honestly. I would have thought at 100 proof there would be more legs or staying power with that. They're slow to form. The mouthfeel. It's got an oily viscosity to it. It's not super, super, super thick by any means, but it's got an oily viscosity. Medium to medium plus. The 100 proof I think is really helping. I'm torn in this one. It is a little thin for 100 proof. It's easy drinking at 100 proof. Holy crap. 16. It's good to use a little more viscosity. That's where their uncut, unfiltered at a higher cast strength will come into play. The finishing flavors to this Blue Note Crossroads. Nice sweet corn. Got the extra toasty. Yeah, toasted. That's right on the flavor. I am getting a bunch of that. There's a buttery aspect to that. Wait a minute. I forgot it was toasted, not just French oak. That makes some better sense now. I'm getting that burnt sugars. That's right. A dry woodiness. Spice. Does feel like a higher rye content. I am getting some herbalness to it. Or minty. That's the spice. I am getting like a black pepper or white pepper spice as it finishes. The finish is pretty nice. Oak, wood, spice, vanilla. Oakwood, spice, vanilla as it dries. That's pretty good. Oakwood, spice, vanilla. Not the longest, most luxurious finish, but that's a 17. It's got some staying power. Very sweet bourbon overall. It's $44.99, $45. I don't know if they make this distillate themselves. It says produced and bottled. I don't know if the word produced is the same terminology and definition as distilled. But for $44.99, there is a depth of flavor to this. It's not one-dimensional. Maybe if you consider sweetness being one-dimensional. It's definitely that. But would I buy this again? Maybe. For a toasted product, it's pretty cheap for a toasted product. You normally see them in $50, $55 plus, I guess. I'll give that a 7, I guess. I don't see why not. There's some bottled in bonds that are cheaper for the 100 proof that will give you a run for your money. But, all right, I never assessed. Did I assess the aroma? I did. All right, now I'm understanding this aroma a little better after the taste. Maybe I'm getting an apple. Oh, I think it still is the raspberry and the dark cherry. And now that my brain goes back to toasted, I can totally see like a toasted marshmallow thing. I'm going to go up to a 17 on that nose. On the aroma. There is a toasty marshmallow. Pie crust. Sugary, sweet. Caramel. Those dark fruits are in there. It's finishing with those dark fruits, vanilla, the wood tannins, and did I say vanilla? Yeah, all right. Not a bad whiskey, really. This is pretty cool to see a toasted French oak for under $55. Or, well, yeah, under 50 is what I meant to say. But yeah, it's under $55 too. Glad to see Blue Note in Massachusetts finally. I would love to do that uncut. Notice it uncut, unfiltered. I think that's what it's called. Or uncut Blue Note or something like that. Those are higher proof stuff. People around my household, they see me buy a higher proof thing, like, hey, why are you buying that? That's like drinking gas or something. But it's all about depth of flavor and not necessarily about effect of alcohol. Destination, not a journey, is all these things I do on this channel where I'm on the destination. I'm going towards, it's a journey to get to the destination. You know what I mean? The journey's more fun than the destination. That being said, the final notes are going to be 7 out of 10 for the looks and aesthetics, 17 out of 20 for the aroma, 17 out of 20 for the taste. Mouthfeel was the weakest part at 16 out of 20. 17 out of 20 for the flavor and 7 for the value to give you an overall 81 out of 100 for the Blue Note Crossroads. Straight bourbon whiskey finished with toasted French oak. Good stuff. Not bad. I would say it is on the sweet oak tannin side of things. But if you like darker fruits, pie crust, some sugary notes, vanilla, this is going to be for you. So you're definitely getting a nice toasted oak product. I guess I would say kind of dirt cheap for what it is. So go get you some Blue Note Crossroads. And if you've had anything by Blue Note, let us know in the comment section below. What do you think of their higher proof stuff? And until next time, I'm out of whiskey, but continue to taste those great whiskeys. Cheers, and we'll see you soon.